Oh, that reminds me of a fucking I don't know what it's called.
My favorite scene in Naked Gun is the fucking baseball scene.
Okay.
I like the bribe bit, like the
The
fucking.
bribe is good.
He's
I
just
really
fucking-
love the shootout where they're both behind
Oh,
cover, and then it cuts to the wide shot of them.
Oh, I rewatched that after the game is over. Actually,
especially
no,
when
I'm
he's just fucking butchering the national anthem.
just like picturing him now, just like striking everyone out, like following them around.
Oh fuck.
Or like it made me laugh way more. Like last time I rewatched it, like every single time he like crashes his car arriving on the scene. Oh god, I should actually watch fucking Police Squad as well because I never got around to
Oh wait,
watching
yeah.
all of it.
This reminds me
Children
of
praise
fucking.
the coal mine.
Oh, this reminds me of the funniest fucking thing in a Swedish Christmas special. Just to make sure you're aware of the concept of confirmation in Christianity, right?
I don't remember what that is.
Um,
Confirmation.
well, basically in Sweden, you get baptized as a kid, but a
Oh,
lot of
is it just
people,
baptismal? Just
yeah, it's basically baptism, but except it's like in Sweden we have a thing where you're 15 or whatever, you basically confirm your faith.
yeah.
And it's like this thing a lot to thing to. But no, I just remember this fucking thing now because it's for a Christmas special. Basically, it's a Robin Hood. One kid just steals a bunch of rich people's Christmas presents that they don't want anyways. He gives it to the poor people, and then he's forced by his father to go around saying, apologizing. Except the, twist is every rich person is like, "Oh, this is nice." But the fucking weirdest line ever is like one rich person say, "That's the goddamn nicest thing I've heard since I got confirmed. Do you want a fig?" And he literally just says it.
Like that's relatable in the slightest.
You just ask him. It's meant. He just, oh man, that's the nicest thing I've ever heard. You want a fig? The fuck? Oh my god. It also has a person screaming that he has raised a communist, and it's pretty great. Anyway, we have a game to play. I
Right,
think
we do.
Video game.
so. I just came on a tangent on
Pop.
weird Swedish media. Like really hard to explain.
Okay, so Felina, you're casing the joint.
Yes.
Buka brings you to. Buka brings you to an auction house.
Mhm.
It's like a two-story building. Uh, there's like a big double door entrance into it, and there's the main auction floor, and then upstairs is apparently where they're keeping most of the stuff.
Yeah,
But that's
Felina
not
does,
imparted to the
ask,
public.
just inquire, what's, she just got in town and, was interested in coming to auctions potentially and, what was asking about, just like to ask her schedule and inventory of what's being auctioned off next.
Yeah.
As a
You're
customer.
you're handed a flyer that says that it's at 7 o'clock, and there's going to be quite a few things auctioned off. Obviously, the gem is among them.
Do I see what else in there? Like, what other sort of do Felina looks for anything that would be, value, anything that would be like a good target for stealing. Um, like something that could be potentially easy to resell, or what's particularly valuable. Probably not, but not like the most valuable thing. She doesn't want to go for the most high value thing, but something that would be like relatively hard to track or things like that. She browses for anything that would be a good candidate there. as a
Right.
red herring steal is basic. To give full explanation why she's doing this, she's gonna take something else and not replace it, so that like when they investigate the guard and things, they think someone stole something else, but they're not looking for the crystal because she actually leaves a dummy behind for it. Just because she doesn't think there's a good way to do this without them getting tipped off about something happened with one of the guards.
Right. So roll wisdom.
My worst. Ooh.
All right. There's a few things. There's let's see. There's an old grail from recovered from a house down in the Emerald Forest that used to belong to a very noble family. Encrusted with gems. There's a candelabra from a old, now dead noble house down in Regents. And there's a necklace said to have been worn by an old queen of a long gone city.
What's most and least valuable of those?
That would be the Grail is the most valuable, and the necklace would be the least valuable
Okay,
because
cool.
they can't verify its authenticity.
Perfect. All right. Cool. All right, and other than that, yeah, Felina tries, hangs out around long enough to try and, spy as, try and see as much of the staff as possible. She wants to pick someone out who would be good to try and,
All right.
That's the other thing, she's just gonna try and find some, maybe even using her special eyes or something to try and see who would like have the ability to, guard the stuff in the room. Who could she get in the room with stuff like that?
Okay. Suppose roll wisdom again.
Ooh,
Boom.
a good wisdom roll for once.
Yeah.
That's rare on Felina.
Yeah, you spot you actually overhear someone being one of the guards, one of the people who work security there, being reprimanded for being late again.
Oh, perfect.
And mentions, he's it seems like he's actually got a problem. He's actually and he starts making excuses for himself, and it mentions that he actually has a problem with narcolepsy.
Oh, perfect.
Ah, nice.
And that's why he should be, given, some leeway here. Yeah.
Perfect.
Wait, is he a god?
Yeah.
That's very
I
accommodating.
love that. I love that so much.
They're
See,
very-
this is immediately changing Felina's plan just because she likes that this guy works his job and doesn't want him to get fired,
I'm just they're very what a nice company to allow a narcoleptic guard to be
Like,
on
Felina
stuff.
was really excited about stealing this necklace. She's like, not gonna do. That's such a gimme. She's like, you know what? I can't steal this necklace now. I gotta keep this guy hired.
Felina comes back. All right, we're calling off the whole heist. There's a mark that's way too easy. I can't do it. He's narcoleptic. It's a trap. They've set it for me.
Like, no, sincerely, like there's a bit of like almost terror boner pride in Felina at like just instantly loving this. Like, not even just, oh, this is so easy to steal from, just like she has so much respect for hiring a narcoleptic guard. All right, yeah. But so has a target picked out. He'll just think and we can even get away with him just he might just think he's fallen asleep the whole time. You know. Perfect. Yeah. All right. So, having all that figured out, Felina's going to, go see Angelo Dominica. Aaron, see if we've got things ready.
Right. Yep. You visit, and yet Erin has found a gem that she has affixed some magic to make it look very, very close to the actual shard. It has the same glow.
Felina is also going to prepare a small little, discreet sack to hide that gem in that she can use, and replace with the final one.
Neat.
It's a heavy little bag. And so, yeah, how about Dominica, Angelo? Have they come up with anything to make sure this guy stays asleep for a few hours?
Angelo basically went to Dominica and gave her the thing. We need something that can knock a guy out for the better part of a day.
It's only until the auction's at 7 p.m. That's sooner than I realized, but,
Okay.
For whatever. Through that,
I mean,
at least...
Yeah, 12 hours is a good one, because then
yeah.
get him at 6, he'll be back in his body at 6 a.m.,
Yeah.
Get him at 6 p.m., he'll be back in his body at 6 a.m.
Yep,
Nice.
Dominica knows a spell that can take somebody, that can keep somebody under once they are under very easily.
Don't need him waking up. And, Ninja Girl, you feel good about, just can get someone out for 5 minutes so we can put the spell on how you get in there. Guy's
Sure.
a no narcoleptic, so as far as he's concerned, he passed out on the job, stayed asleep, but wakes up and hey, there wasn't a problem. He, people will have witnessed him doing his job because I'll, do his shift for him, go about things. So as far as he knows, maybe he thinks he slept walk through the night or something, but he's just glad he got through the night well, even if he feels like even if he just thinks, he fell asleep but no one caught him on it. Whatever, he's happy, they're happy. I'm not even going to bother taking something else as a red flag, because this way we should avoid suspicion being raised altogether now. And yeah, we should be all good.
All right.
I'll need someone to, once I get the shard, I want to, get it off this body as fast as possible. So Silvana, do you think you could meet me, wherever? You'll have to, move my body after we possess him, but then, meet me in the same spot. I'll give you the bag, just be careful handling it, and drop it off, with my body.
I can do that.
Perfect. Unless, Hero or someone else wants to take the bag to my body, but, I don't know. I figure you'll be the one who knows where it is and everything. And you are... it shouldn't be a problem, but I don't know if someone else handling, something with the alternate, the reality folding super state, existence, non-existence. I don't know how that would affect someone else, but you've got some good discipline and whatnot. It shouldn't be a problem.
Right.
Cool. Well, let's go. Showtime.
Nunchable.
Wahoo!
What?
Wahoo! All right, so yeah, this should be pretty straightforward. First is just, tailing this guy, finding a spot where he's, somewhere isolated, private, that we can take him over.
Yep, you find him sort of just like fingering through some medicine. Telling him, "Nope, not gonna screw this one up. You're gonna be alert."
Ooh, quick before he takes the meds. Move
Yep.
in.
So Lavana just sort of drops in and like gives him like a chop to the back of the head, and he just falls unconscious.
Yeah, Belena kind of catches him, make sure he doesn't fall and, hurt himself, and just... All right, Dominica?
Yep.
If you-
Dominica weaves a spell, and there's like some magic like flowing over him, and he shifts a bit, and then he's sort of like definitely looks to be like down in like a deep sleep.
And Felina, cracks her knuckles, wiggles her fingers, and puts her hand on his head and slips right in. Don't have to roll if they're already asleep.
I do appreciate make sure he doesn't hurt himself when you just hit him in the back of the head.
Well, Sullivana knows what she's
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah,
And
you know
then
how to knock someone out without doing serious damage.
She can use pressure points.
It's the ninja thing.
Okay, alright.
Ninjas, ninjas.
Alright, but
How,
yeah,
that's
Felina...
how, Felina has been knocked out time and time again without sustaining long-term damage.
Maybe that's her excuse why she did that with the bugs. Like, Sullivana has punched her in the skull one too many times.
She's
How
finally
that
getting punch
situation-
drunk.
And guess how that situation was solved.
True. Do you think there's some part of Sullivana that, particularly enjoys, or, is just... She's punched out Felina enough that it's she's gotten really good at punching out Felina specifically. She, has really fine-tuned it. Some part of her that takes pride in her craft of knocking people unconscious. It's fun to practice on one specific person.
He just knows Felina's off switch.
Yeah. Do you think Sullivana, do you think she's ever used that for just really petty reasons? Like, Felina's not
yeah.
actually doing anything wrong, just being purely annoying and just, you know what?
Absolutely. I think
Yeah.
she has. She's still a
Pretty
teenager.
well.
Yeah. Alright, cool. So yeah, Felina takes over the thing. And, tells Sullivana, stay hidden, but keep an eye out around, go hide my body, wherever you need to. Far enough away no one's gonna find it or something, but, not too far at the same time so you can get back quickly. Stay out of sight, watch the spot, once I have it, and at my first opportunity to get away without seeing, I should show up around here. As a matter of fact, where are you gonna be hiding to keep an eye on it? I can come to you.
She
But-
just points at a nearby sort of overhang roof
Yeah. Okay,
where
perfect.
she can perch out on with your body.
Yeah. I'll sneak up, I'll come up to you. If you have my body up there, I can just put it straight in the thing. Cool. And then, other than that, I'll go back, finish out his shift, assuming, there's nothing, major going on. If I'm past the worst of it, I can just, find a little hidey spot and sit him down, let him be falling asleep there or whatever, if, someone finds him. Cool. Alright. Go time. And so, yeah, I'm gonna, I can ask what my mind knows for free, think back to what's my guard route, what's my schedule.
Right. So you're scheduled to be there looking over the items in the hour before during their final check, their final inventory check. before they start wheeling them out to auction.
All right, I will wait for then. Other than that, I'm gonna try and keep my eye on other things. I wanna keep my eye out. I know these gems can have an effect on people, so making sure no one else like gets a little too close and starts getting all Lord of the Rings about it or anything. I try
So
to keep
you're
my eye
you're
on the
just sort
other
of in the auction house, sort of hanging out with
Yeah.
people then.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm trying to stay out of conversation and stuff like that. Just acting tired, yawning, that sort of thing. Like people would expect a good enough excuse to not be too active, but trying to eavesdrop over here, make sure everyone else is. I don't want to find out I'm like trying to rob this at the same time someone else is doing their own heist or something.
Well, okay. So when one of the suits walks out of the room after telling all the guards that to keep everything good in order, one of the guards fidgets a bit and says, "All right, okay, he's gone," and opens up the case with the gem in it, the shard in it, and says, "Man, just like looking at it,
I see. Um,
You
is he
ever-
doing this? Like, are the other guards around?
Yeah, he's with one other guard.
Okay, cool.
Who
Yeah,
just
Felina.
should they even be selling this? I mean, it seems priceless.
You never. Felina's gonna go up and sort of next to him, behind him. You never know. They say a lot of this stuff, is like I've heard of magic stones where just all they do is someone puts a spell on it where the spell makes people think it's a lot more valuable than it is, so they pay more for it, and it just it's a magic spell just to make people perceive it as valuable, and then they wind up spending more money than they need to. Don't let yourself get taken up in a scam. And I am going to. This guy doesn't know I have any special powers. He is, not guarding himself. He is defenseless, some might say. I want to use my Twilight Requiem on him.
Okay.
I want to sever him from any desire for the shard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just nip that, have my argument
Actually,
is
I don't
so
want this
good.
phone.
He instantly, like utterly, purely just my skill at arguing convinces him he doesn't need this. Nothing else.
All right. So yeah, you do that, and then he just sort of blinks for a bit, and just looks at it again and goes, "This thing is kind of disgusting, actually."
That's not that bad. Do he and the other guards start to leave?
Yeah, he starts to leave, and the other guard's like, "What, man? What we were what? Never seen him change his mind so quickly before."
Is he okay? Maybe he's, I don't know. You know him better than I do.
He might be
Maybe you
going
should
through
check
stuff.
on him?
Yeah, I should.
Cool.
Be
All
great
right,
to
so
look
once-
around is like, wait, maybe you want the rock, and then you have to sever his desire for the rock.
I have to sever his suspicion of me. After like the third time of messing with someone's head, Felina's like, you know what, fuck it, just starts killing people. You know what, I sever you from being a guard here tonight. What are you gonna do about that, huh?
Oh god, I've been fired. How am I gonna feed my kids?
So yeah, he thinks maybe I should. Geez, you good to look after this thing?
Yeah, well, we'll be fine.
All right, don't drool on it if you fall asleep.
Well, that's what the glass case is for.
Yeah, he goes to check on his buddy.
Is the guy I'm possessing, is he that funny, or am I making him too charismatic and likable? Felina thinks to herself. Do I need to tone down my natural spontaneity and wit? But yeah, once he's turned away, got the gem to myself, I'm gonna try and use my specialized to confirm this is in fact the real deal, the real jalopy.
Yeah, It's definitely real. The more you
Okay.
take a look at it.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I am going to do some sleight of hand to, put put the bag next to it, just like nestle the fake gem next to it and just slide the bag down over the real one.
Roll deck.
Oof, there we go.
Ooh,
Close.
there you go. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
You just finagle it.
I do, I'm not gonna take the necklace, but I do glance at it. I'm gonna look at it with my special eyes, see if there's anything, I can glean about it, looking at it. Do you want me to roll for that?
Yeah, roll int.
Oh, whoops, sorry, int. Boom.
All right.
I got the same exact thing. Yeah.
It actually was worn by that queen.
Cool. Is it nice as a necklace? Like, just.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's like silver. Has a nice little sapphire at the end of it.
Felina does resist stealing it, just probably for the best not to, and just, we can get away with this without raising any suspicion, but she does find it, neat. But anyways, yeah, other than that, she goes about her shift as best, tries to do everything as she normally would, and just first chance she can get without where she definitely wouldn't be raising any suspicion, sneaks back to that back alley and is gonna, get up to that roof with Sylvana.
Yeah, Sylvana sees you and says, "You got it."
Yep, and I'm gonna, open up my own bag and just sneakily slip the, thing in there. And alright, I'm gonna go try and finish up the rest of this shift, make sure nothing goes out of the ordinary, and at least if it does, we'll be prepared and stop them, thinking anything suspicious with this guy. Good?
All right. Good luck.
Who needs luck when you have skill? God, Felina's so fucking annoying. But yeah, cool. Nice little heist. Is there
Yeah.
anything that goes unusually or
When
unexpectedly?
you get back there, there are two suits who are looking at the gemstone, and one of them just saying, I swear it's shining just a little less brilliantly."
I'm not gonna say anything. I just, I make a little bit of a, like, face, like, I suppress a little, like, snort or whatever. I don't say anything. I just...
How many times have these people been coming up and just looking at it and going, "Yeah, this gem is doing something to my mind. I want to just keep looking at it." Okay, back to the wall.
And yeah, there's just sort of like murmuring about it, and then there's sort of shake it off like, eh, it's just such a good price. Besides, it's not our most hot ticket item or anything.
Yeah, if anyone, brings up, or if there's gossip amongst the other guards, Felina does make the comment, you ask me, look, whoever bought that thing, I'm sure, auction, got swept up in the desire for it, but I think they got played. I doubt that thing's even worth what, whoever paid for it, but hey, they just pay me to guard it, it's not my job to pick things out.
Yeah, I guess so. It has lost a bit of its though.
Maybe that was it. Maybe they just, like, it was never valuable in the first place. Maybe they just, tried to fancy up some rock, convince someone it was, they probably got scammed. But hey, if we can pass it along before it loses any glow, then it's not our problem.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Just sowing little seeds of, doubt, discord. This is going to ultimately culminate and someone's going to buy it. It's going to stop glowing entirely. Then Felina will represent that party in court, suing the auction house for selling a shitty stone.
Do you get buyer's guarantees when you buy at auction? Do you get a warranty?
I assume that would depend on, the city government.
Yeah.
I feel like Emberwell would be pretty, buyer beware about it, though. I just get the impression.
Yeah, I think they would clean their hands legally the moment money changes hands.
I was at one of these auctions before. The hottest ticket item they sold last time was just an increase to your physical lifespan.
That sounds cool. Who bought it?
Some guys who were not even intending to be here. They just decided to. They were just on a bender and they thought this was a bar. But they were suits from some big company and they had a lot of money to burn. I thought it sounded nice.
How much of an extension was it? I know Angelo isn't there. I'm asking questions in meta.
It's actually a piece of heart. So if you get 4 of these, you get an extra hit point.
So that happens is Link getting like a longer lifespan each time he gets a heart piece.
I think so.
In 3 heart runs, he only lives to like 70 after everything's over. If he gets like all 20 heart pieces or however fucking many it is, he lives to like 120.
All right, so the rest of the shift goes without incident. Felina?
Yeah, yeah, cool. Felina, by the end of it, tries to find more or less where he was when he was getting medicine, just finds a little, out of the way spot to, sit down, act like just fell asleep, passed out. And sorry. Yeah, and then, pops back to her own body once she's
Nice.
got him nicely situated.
Very nice. Yeah, so Ivana looks at you as you come back to, and she says, "So everything went off without a hitch?"
Yeah, no problem. I mean, some people were, noticing that it seemed to be losing a bit of its luster compared to before, but, I'm pretty sure the assumption there is they got played and bought a worthless stone that, whatever magic was making it glow is already wearing off, not that it got replaced or something. No reason to think that.
That's good.
No one suspected anything about the guy replaced, he should hopefully wake up, with just feeling he passed out, whatever. As a matter of fact, because we're still right next to him, right? Basically just on the rooftop above there. I'm gonna go try and sneak down, and when no one's around, he's still asleep, and just sever him from any memory of getting, pain or a bump on the head, or sever him from any pain from a bump on the head. So, last thing he remembers is just looking at medicine. The next thing he knows, he was waking up in that area.
Yeah. Okay.
And no little, bump, oh, oof, the back of me head's sore.
Ooh, ow. Ooh.
Oh, me head! Me wee little head! Why is my wee little head hurting? Your wee little hurting.
Ominously increasing Felina's crystal shard counter by 1 once again.
Oh no, no.
Oh, he has a fucking insanity meter?
She's getting worse.
Gotta
Maybe
stop.
she's getting better.
We gotta
No,
stop
she's getting
her.
worse.
What's one thing Felina has done since getting the shards that's been, like, worse than what she would have done before? Like, I feel like the worst thing she did was the bug possession, and that had nothing to do with the shards. If anything, the shards would make her less likely to do that, but...
Me and Swede are of the opinion that Felina is evil, okay? It's a 2-1 vote. even though
I'm sorry.
even though I've just shanghaied Swede onto my side in this.
No, Felina's evil. She's pretty
Okay,
goddamn
What
evil.
has she done to make you think she's evil?
She's a
What has she
4chaner.
done to make us? What has she done to make us think that she's not evil?
And she was nice to Fish, and, you know, like, she didn't expose him to anyone or anything, or, like,
Yeah, but we
push
don't
to
know
the
about
point
that.
with his kid.
See, here's the problem with Felina, even though it's not a problem. All of her good acts she keeps stum about.
Yeah.
She's just,
Yeah.
everything nice she does, she's just like coy about.
You know just now that she didn't end up stealing the necklace. She instead tried to get it so this guy wouldn't get in trouble or risk losing his
Lack
job.
of not doing a bad thing is not itself a good thing, I don't
I don't
think.
know. I think when you're like a thief, when you decide to not personally profit at the cost of someone else, that is. But then, yeah, I don't know if Angelo or Hero have the nuance to understand that amount of action.
Maybe said in
You're
my
a
old
serial
week-
killer. Does every kill you voluntarily pass up, like...
Oh yeah,
Cancel
no, the Unabomber's a hero because he could have killed way more people, but just didn't.
Oh, it's not... Yeah,
Actually, no, wait. How many people did the Unabomber kill?
3.
Okay, yeah, it
Handful.
wasn't that many. He
Yeah.
injured a lot more people.
And even then, like, he could have, you know, like, blown up buildings or something. You know, he
Yeah.
tried to keep it, you know, small and targeted.
He was no Waco.
And the goal was to have it be like he underestimated the power. He didn't want to accidentally do more damage than he intended. He played it safe with, you know. I'm not trying to defend his actions. I want to be clear. I'm not like, oh, he was really thoughtful and nice when he did. Like, he was still blowing people up with bombs, but, like, you know, the goal was, if he wasn't sure exactly how much, go smaller than needed. It's better to just injure instead of kill than
Old
to
Uncle Ted.
get bystanders, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old
Yeah.
Uncle Ted.
It's gonna be really something if Kaczynski dies during one of these sessions.
Oh my god, that'll be bigger than Trump getting banned from Twitter during one of our games.
Yeah.
You know, I've got 2 fucking Ted pulls in the next vid. That's good. Actually, it's basically the same Ted pull twice, but eh.
Pull.
Huh?
I love that term, Ted pull.
Yeah, it's a pull, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Ted and
I
a
think
pull.
if you come back with another Ardnut video, it should be on, you know, the Industrial Revolution and its consequences, him giving his 2 cents on that.
Just revealing that all along Ardnut was an Anprim. Oh my god, the title, Ardprim. It all connects.
Yeah.
I miss the good old days.
Back then, I just know how to have to plough a field. Wouldn't need to work a fucking computer like a fucking mong.
If anyone brings
It's
up
like-
the hypocrisy of him having a YouTube channel while having these views, he could point out. I mean, well, mail bombs is technology in it, but Uncle Ted didn't.
You got to use the system to fight the system, which is why I do have a cryptocurrency.
I got.
What?
He doesn't have control
Okay,
over
we were
it.
talking about pork pies earlier, and meat pies in general. But literally every time I have a pork pie, which I really like, just one of the hardest lines of all, I think about this quote fucking at least once a week, is, you know, blokes who go around saying their objective, they're telling porkies. But thing is, lads like their pies. And that line has just been burned into my mind. I love that moment in the video so much. Like the images you pick for it are really good. That stuck with me.
Oddnut was fucking. Yeah, no. I mean, Oddnut was just genuinely like some of the best writing I fucking did. And it was like, I gotta get better at writing, I've got to sharpen everything up.
Some really good stuff.
Fucking hell, mate.
So, Felina,
Yes.
Silvana, after a moment, looks at you and says, "Hey,
What's up?
so that Case Lombard's coming here and he might turn
Keith
some
Lombard's coming here
violence.
tonight.
Sorry, what was that last part?
That Case Lombard's coming here. He might turn to some violent action against that peace conference."
Let's hope not. I'm hoping Angelo will have what it takes to,
Angelo has his
deal with
idea. But here's a thought. And actually, I think I'd like this. Well, I'd like this to just be a thought that I'm having with you.
Felina nods.
He'll be amping up his power with one shard of a crystal. We have 3.
Oh. Oh no.
That's true.
So
You
if it
think
came to it, don't you think we could overpower him?
Potentially. If it comes to it, but Felina sort of, sucks her teeth. These crystals, like, we've seen what they do, how they affect people using them. And Angelo, I think he's a good guy. I don't think he'd be, it would be better for him to be amped up like that than, say, Kaith, but he could do some dangerous things, Angelo. I still think it's better not. And I'm sure the last thing you want would be for me to use them.
Maybe. But maybe not.
It's an idea.
Point you in
Besides,
the right direction. Who knows what you can do?
that's something else. And Felina inhales. If it comes to it, I mean, even without the shards, my powers. I mean, they're not limitless. I've definitely encountered things that were too embedded or too protected by the gods or whatever for me to mess with. But I mean, hey, if I could sever Keith Lombard from his magic, even potentially. I don't want to go down that route. That's for Angelo to. I'd like to let him handle this how he wants to handle it, but potentially.
But if he doesn't,
If
we
he
could
doesn't.
be waiting in the wings.
Exactly. And if we can do this without using any of the shards, we can. But hey, say, I've seen, everything's made up of these threads connecting things together, but sometimes there'll be some connection or some part of reality. They look like golden threads to me. And I've never been able to cut one before, but who knows with the crystals? If we absolutely need to. I'm hoping that should. I can't imagine that wouldn't be enough. It's just, a matter of the consequences without it. Still. Yeah, we'll try and stay in the wings. And, I guess I should also say, I'm hoping. I imagine you'll also be in the wings in case things start going bad.
Sure, well.
And, let's hope especially this doesn't come down to you having to take matters into your own hands and do anything final.
Yeah.
I actually want to have a talk with Hero
Oh my goodness.
on no.
Okay.
When they're done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
Silvana
what?
just says, just gets up and says, You know, I never thought I'd think this, but it is good to know that we're on the same page.
Helena just kind of nods ominously.
Gal pals.
I never thought that Sullivanna would be the one enabling Felina's villain turn.
But she thinks she's making her better. That's the tragedy of it. There's
Yeah.
no fixing
This is
it.
a bad idea, Lena thought to
So we
Sylvana
can
thought to herself.
turn to Hero and Angelo
Yes.
in the end, assuming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hero.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe, what's up?
When we confront Kaith, when
Yeah,
we confront my dad, I've got a plan. I don't know if
Plan,
it's
you say?
I don't know if it's a good plan. I'm hoping it will cut right through him, but it might not. And if it doesn't, I'm planning something that's dangerous.
Dangerous? Wait, like what?
I don't want to say because I know you'll try and stop me here and now, but if it comes to that, if he turns it down and if it goes the wrong way, if it would do the people around us better, don't hesitate to stop me.
You sure you gotta do this, Angelo? Like, if you know it might end up like this, might be better not to.
It would destroy him, and frankly, that would be good.
Yeah, I realize he was. I realized that he was he's a bad man, but also your father. You think you can do it?
I can do it.
But do you think you should do it though? Sure, he's a bad person, but do you really have to destroy him? As in,
Look,
you
just
know,
when it comes to it, just focus on limiting the damage. Just keep an eye
fine.
on me and keep an eye on him, and if it comes to a fight after that, you do not hesitate against that man, because he will
Fine.
not stop until he gets what he wants. If it
Fine.
happen, if he might know we're here, so he might come here. If he doesn't, he'll go right to the peace conference. If he goes right to the peace conference, we challenge him there.
Fine, Angelo. I'll do it.
Just do what you do best.
I'll don't worry, I'll do it. I'll make sure. Still, you be careful, dude.
I think all of us are going to have to be careful with what comes next.
Extremely.
All right. That's it?
Yeah.
All right. So, with that, should we end session there?
Helena has one conversation. I want to have one conversation with Angelo actually before
Okay.
Okay.
the end. Yeah. So, Helena, Sylvana come back, celebrating a heist well done.
Job went well.
Yeah, no problems, no hiccups. Some of the people were starting, the fake worked well. Some of the people were starting to feel like it had lost some of its luster before. But I'm pretty sure, even just in case I planted some seeds, the assumption there is going to be, they paid for a useless rock that, whatever magic was making it seem cool is fading. Not that it got replaced or anything like that. And even if they thought it got replaced, no evidence tying it back to us. The guard doesn't. All he remembers is being tired and looking for some pills to stay awake, and fading out, fade to black. Next thing he knows, he wakes up next to where he last was. Thinks he just fell asleep on the job, or at the very least started, sleepwalking or something like that, because he was seen on the shift. Well, all that went well. Nothing tracing back to us, and gems all accounted for, tucked away in its little pocket of non-reality.
Perfect. So you didn't.
How are you feeling?
Ready.
good ready, or
Just ready. I don't know how to describe it. Whatever may come, the moment I. Hero has had to confront his past, you've had to confront your past. When we were in the mist, I neglected mine. So tomorrow, that's the actual test. I actually am thankful for what you've done for me in all of this. These several
welcome.
months of
Thank you,
wising
I
me
guess. I guess, I think I made some comment about, you being lucky, not being tied down with something to lose or something like that, but I guess that's still true. But I hope this gives you a good chance to cut whatever baggage you may have, on any level holding you back for good. Don't want to be like. And Felina kind of laughs. I feel bad for that one, that fairy. I guess that goes to show you, though. That's the big difference between you and her. She's got that, the restaurant and the kid and everything.
She seemed torn on that, but ultimately happy. We just. Maybe that's the way it is.
Yeah, I think you can be happy, but would you rather, just be happy, be content, or would you rather live your dreams or be, the most you can be? Plenty of people are happy being tied down with whatever, but I don't know. I mean, I can't speak to you. Whatever you want to do is your choice, but I think it would be a shame if you had something, keeping you from being Angelo Elgato.
That's that. You see Angelo grimace a bit at that. Like, his face kind of contorts a bit. I'm going to be honest, Felina. I don't know what I want or what I'm going to do or what tomorrow might bring, but I'll start figuring myself out after we've sorted out the crystal. The person who confronts
Time
Cave,
it's all.
whoever confronts Cave tomorrow, whatever part of my mind is controlling that, I don't know if that's more his influence, your influence, or the 3 years worth of people between them. And I know what I'm about to do tomorrow isn't going to sit right with any of them.
Lena kind of looks a little concerned at that before just kind of saying, look, I know I've sometimes, I'll give you advice and, push you in directions, but just know whatever you choose to do, it's your decision. I don't want to be, sometimes I get a bit carried away and try and push you in a direction, but I don't want to be responsible for turning you into what you are, or anything like that.
Okay, you see Angelo kind of cock his head a bit at that. Like, he genuinely. In Angelo's mind, I don't want to turn you into what you are, seems like completely at odds with every supposition he has made about what Felina wants.
Yeah, Belena, seeing him look at her and last, like I said, I get carried away sometime. I just, fundamentally, some things can, frustrate me, or sometimes I want to help, but ultimately, I want you to, think for yourself, make your own choices. And that includes independent from me. I don't want you to be the person I want you to be. I want you to be the person you want to be. It's kind of a paradox, I know, but
No, actually, no, I don't get it.
yeah,
This is
I'm
one.
not entirely sure I do either, frankly.
It's good to know then. Actually, yeah, Angelo laughs a bit. That's comforting. I thought that was just a problem of being raised to be someone else for most of your life. But no, if others don't get it either, that's fine.
We're all raised to be someone, I suppose. And, look at me. I mean, I always thought, I was very much trying my own person as much, but, like, I mean, hey, look at who my dad is and how I wound up turning out. It won't matter, though. We can't choose the circumstances of how we're born or what wound up affecting us, but we can choose how we live and what we stay tied to or not.
That, I suppose, is true. Just so we're clear on what's going to happen next, I assume you're coming with us to confront him.
Yeah. I'll stay mostly out of it. I'm no fighter, but you know me, I can make things happen or stop things happening if I need to, and I'll be there in case, if I'm needed, I'll do something.
Let me just say this. He is dangerous, he is selfish, and he is powerful. If he goes off the rails, or if I go off the rails, and you get an opportunity to stop me or him or get out of there, don't hesitate. Don't worry about my feelings on this. Don't worry about anything like that.
Good to know.
Yeah, Angelo's looking deadly serious at Felina on that. Just, you don't give him an inch. Because put my feelings aside and just focus on staying alive or doing what we need to do, getting that crystal away from him. The relationship is irrelevant. He is just, for all intents and purposes, he is just our enemy, and that's it.
Elena nods and, considers some more stuff. Sullivanna felt the same way. I mean, we'll see how bad it goes, but yeah. If it really comes to it in some way, whatever needs to happen will happen.
Angelo nods. I've got one thing up my sleeve, and that's it. And if it fails, then I'll just go head to head with him, and we'll see what happens.
If it comes to it, I think it's, I'll go on the record saying I think it's a bad idea. But if it looks like our only option, he may have a shard, but, we have 3. If you absolutely need it, I may have to, try and get those to you. And, if you have 2 or 3 shards, you should be stronger than him. But, I mean, don't take this wrong way, but who knows what that would end up doing. I'd rather avoid that scenario if we can, but
if you need to, do it. I don't care about fighting fair to beat someone who was never going to play that way in the first place.
I mean, never mind fair. It's just, if you use those shards, or any of us use those shards, I'm not worried about us being able to beat. I'm not worried about Keith Lombard then. I'm worried about, whoever uses the shards then.
A little corruption. We can deal with it.
Helena grins at that. Little corruption never hurt anyone.
I feel like I've been getting corrupted non-stop since all of this started.
Can't imagine why.
Can't imagine.
Alright, well, good luck with this tomorrow. And I got your back. All of us do.
Angelo nods. There is a sad look on his face.
There is a little bit of one on Felina's too, actually. I imagine for a different reason.
Yeah, definitely for a different reason.
Oh no. But yeah. Polina, gets, one last drink, takes a drink. And probably just makes one little comment like, that was sad with that fairy.
I don't know. She'll have her time. At least I hope so.
On that little ominous note, I don't think Felina has anything left to say.
Could you repeat it? You cut out for the
Oh.
first bit of the...
Felina just sort of goes, well, our time is now.
Yep.
And yeah, on that ominous note, I think that's it
Yep, I think that's
that I have.
end of sesh.
End the session. Any
End of
bonds
sesh.
update? Any bonds?
Yes.
Bonds?
I do have something with Angelo, I think, but I need to word it.
This is having trouble typing for some reason. 1 second. But I have 2 bonds with Angela. I'll say that much.
Okie dokie.
How do you spell cave? Like, how do you spell cave?
C-A-I-T-H.
C-A-H-I-T. Wait, C-A-H-I-T-H?
I'll just spell it. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I'm trying to think of a way to put this which isn't fucking anime villain.
Yeah, mine is incredibly ominous. Jesus Christ. So I have one. This bond isn't like an updated bond. It's I'm getting rid of an old bond and replacing it with a new one. Just the old one I don't think is necessarily going to be advanced anymore. I might keep it around, actually. I take that back. I could see something happening in the next few sessions. I take it back. So this is just a new bond. Because I had another one that... I had 3 at one point. 1 got resolved, so I guess I'll be back to 3. This is my new bond with Angelo, though. We saw someone who went to Angelo's school, who's so like him, but is held back, tied down with family and responsibilities. I envy Angelo for being so free from these ties that bind. No close family or loved ones to carry about or take care of. Unlike me. Just something real fucking anime villain here.
Oh, I have something real anime. But I'll take it with Angelo after you're done.
Felina's gonna kill Stella and Davra.
Or Randall.
Is Hero the only
God,
fucker
this
who's
act...
not
No,
going in?
no, we're just going in on this.
Okay, can I tell mine?
Yeah.
Actually, did you post your new one, Felina?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did. So here was my old one with Angelo. So me and Angelo decided to try and be heroes, but decided to try and be heroes. We almost got all killed. Well, managed to get through it. Angelo's getting trouble, but this hero is not working. I want to change that too. Angelo told me he's planning to do something to Cave, something he thinks will go badly, and I have to be. Oh, it's meant to be say I have to be there to protect everyone if it does go badly. I don't like it, but he trusts me, so I will trust him. But I won't give up on him. He may be down, but I still believe that Angelo, who wanted to be a hero with me, is still in there.
Nice. That's good.
Very nice.
That is nice.
Do you have another one?
No, that was it. I haven't really interacted with Felina.
Okay. So this is my one with Hero. Just ominous. So it's last time. I want to fight side by side with Hero. I can take another name. I won't be happy, but I can't force Hero to do that. To do more traditional heroics after what we've seen feels like playing stupid. More than we already do. Is it right for me to keep trying to lead him? That's changed too. I'm trusting Hero to do what is right when it comes down to it. Even if it goes against what I want, I know he'll make the right call.
Or maybe.
Yeah, so that's very tomorrow centric.
Yeah. You're not gonna be ready when Keith shows up and I just play him as like a pretty good guy.
That'd be fucked up. That'd be really messed up. That would be so fucking rude, man. Here's the one with Felina. Felina had something right. Ties will only bind me. Those close can only get hurt. If I want to be free to do good, I can't be Angelo. But if I want to have people I care about, I can't be anyone else. Why can't anything be simple? And this is fucking anime villainish. Felina made me believe ties would hold me back. I misunderstood what she meant. No more being stupid with them, but I'll use my last tie to Cave to strangle him with it. After that, I'll
Jesus
start fresh.
Christ.
After that, I'll start fresh. I want those ties, but next time I'll be smarter about it.
That is so perfect compared to the Felina font. Jesus Christ. What a fucking... Well, okay. So my previous one, after what he's done facing the consequences of Hero's worldview, something has shifted in Angelo. He has a more realistic view of the world. Have I successfully Joker-fied him? Now we have... Something is different in Angelo now. He's planning on facing his father, and I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know if I'm scared of what he's going to do, or what I'll be responsible for.
Damn.
Alright, that all our bonds?
I believe so, yes.
Alright. Felina,
Actually, you know what? Give me 1 second.
Okay.
It's a non-XP bond, but I actually do have a bond update with Sylvana, I just realized.
Okay. Sure.
Sorry, give me 1 second
I actually
to
genuinely
get...
can't remember if I've updated my XP already. I'll check the recording rather than just giving myself 2 more XP. You know what's fucking weird?
What?
Because I took Fighter, Angelo has the move Bend Bars Lift Gates, which means he has like genuinely inhuman strength now that he just hasn't come up.
He's dead.
When you use... No, because like the thing is, it's not even wind magic, it's just when you use pure strength to destroy an inanimate obstacle, roll strength.
Yeah.
Angelo's just fucking wedge now.
Okay, so previous one. Sylvana and I have been continuing to work well together, and I'm not sure how either of us feel about it. She could have been lying to me, but if she did, she was at least sparing my feelings and entertaining working with me to rob a bank. I can't believe I was willing to help her fight crime. Now we have... Sylvana has actively come to me and is in support of me potentially using the crystal's power. I honestly don't know what to make of this. what is she going to think of what I ultimately do?
Oh god, we are all becoming fucking anime villains, except from Hero, who is so fucking good.
He's just a nice boy. He's a good
Hero, who
little
is so
boy.
good. Someone on the villain turn kind of went to him and said, "Look, if shit goes wrong tomorrow, fucking stop me, man. Just."
All right.
I was talking about. I've been thinking. I want to assemble like a mood board of like, or just different characters who for Felina are literally me. So you have some of the obvious ones. Catwoman. Slip and Jimmy, Saul Goodman. But like, Father. Homunculus, the dwarf in the flask from FMA, is on there too, and that's ominous. That's concerning.
All right. Well, Felina, did you possess someone in order to increase your material wealth?
She didn't. She chose not to. She changed
Yeah,
her
I think
mind.
she
She
should-
was
I
gonna
think-
take the
I
necklace.
think she should get XP anyway because she chose not to do that.
Think so.
Even though that's completely counter to the alignment, it's
Angelo, did you attract renown and infamy or rapt attention with your magic?
yeah. Not directly with my magic, but I flaunted being Keith Lombard Jr., which
Because you
is
used the fact that you have that magic, not the. It didn't.
yeah,
You didn't
the
have to
magical
use
with the
spells.
magical
Just
bloodline.
on
Sure,
a meta
yeah,
level.
Sure.
you
Yeah, I'll
used
give
it.
it to you. I'll give it to you. You could have that. Hero, did you use your abilities to get someone or something out of danger?
No, Hero didn't do
Yeah,
any of
there's
that
no
sort.
combat in this session, so unfortunate. All right. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
We
Well,
learned
Hero
about
learned
the,
about
the diplomatic flying machines.
yeah,
That's a fun word.
Yeah, that's true.
the flying.
We learned that
Uh,
fish fucked his cousin.
Oh
Take
no,
an XP for
that we didn't want to
We
learn.
already
Did we
knew that though.
Not in character.
Actually, even then, only 1/3 of us learned.
Yeah, true.
Did
Hero learned that, or I mean, Swede learned that.
yeah.
did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Just a question: did we take XP for that, or did we not?
You did.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
No.
No, we did
no.
not.
Unless the
We
auction
did a
house was
heist.
a notable enemy.
Nah. Did we loot a memorable treasure?
Another gem.
The
another
shard. Actually,
Yeah.
you know what? Wait a minute. I'm going back. Material wealth. A crystal shard. I mean, they are demonstrably worth money. That increased my material wealth. I'm holding on to it. I'm keeping it. It's worth money. Just because I'm not selling it, my wealth has gone up by one crystal shard. I want to argue I filled my alignment regardless of not taking the necklace.
You go ahead and take it.
Thank you.
And yes, we looted a memorable treasure. Take an XP for that, and take an XP for playing well game. Well
Ah,
game.
yes. We went
Very
on a flying carpet ride.
I did in fact steal something using my powers. Cool.
Get off
Nice.
the old alley.
There we go. Here we have all three villains.
I'm
Wait.
glad Felina got one last little.
Wait, I just realized.
What's that? What did you realize?
In this party, remember, we had O'Malley, who was objectively just an evil person, and then Ariana, who was kind of evil, then Vigor, who was like probably the moral high ground in that party.
And
Yeah.
now, yeah, we've all like rotated one. So now Sweet is the moral high ground. Snake is the more, ambiguous neutral, and then I'm playing the evil bastard.
Very tough. All right. So, did you stop?
I do
recording
have a
today?
character in mind for next game, actually. I've been thinking about it. I think I'm really gonna like playing them.
I'm gonna scout
Okay.
out some more custom class
Right.
books. See if I can't find.
Hell yeah.
anything.
Did you stop recording?
I'll stop recording. Where the fuck? I'll stop recording now.